organization videos. And well, there was a bit of turn of events, to say the least. So yeah, we arrived and it was very packed, very loud, and there was this one worker who turns out to be the manager, right? Do you want to add some more details or just
Yeah,
add
because
some more?
we walked in and it was loud with customers or whatnot, but then it quieted down, and then all you hear was her voice. Like, I'm not even joking, like, she was the only one that was loud in the whole store. And we were kind of just standing there, like, okay, like, do your job or whatever, you know what I mean? But after a while, we're just kind of just like, whatever. And then we're just doing our own thing, whatever, going by aisle, check everything out, kind of. And then we're kind of like scoping it out to record or whatnot, and what aisle not to go to or whatnot. Um, and we went to the back of the store, and on the corner of our eyes, we could see.
You're jumping a bit.
Oh, my bad.
But anyways, so basically public ASMR is like hard to do sometimes because it's loud. And so there were times where it was completely silent. Like the people that would come into the store weren't loud. It was the manager herself. No clue what her name was. She looked busted. Sorry, but it's the truth. And basically, like she seemed so like conceited in a way. She was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm the manager." Like no one would ask her, and she would just say it like no one asked. But anyways, so yeah, like Adrian was saying, we were just kind of like walking around the store. Keep in mind, we spent like a good 2 hours in that store trying to get videos, and guess what? We only got one video each. So basically, we're just like going around the store and like seeing like what can we record? Like where is it not as loud? And maybe that's why there was some suspicion or something. Like I don't know. Like, do you want to explain like the cart situation?
What do you mean?
Like we were walking around with a cart.
Oh, so the situation was like I take a backpack with me everywhere. Like whether we're like going somewhere in a car or we're just walking, whatever, I take my backpack everywhere. So our cart situation is, how they have like a cart for you to put your little kids at in the front, and then the big cart. Well, the little cart had my backpack, our hydro flask, and I think Julio's jacket. And in the big cart, we had some belongings I was gonna buy from the store.
Yeah.
But overall, the cart was really small anyway, so like the puffer jacket kind of took up a lot of space. So I guess it kind of seemed odd in a way, but still, they see me walking with the backpack. But yeah.
So basically, I had taken off my jacket because I was like, it's so loud to do ASMR with like a puffer jacket. Like you move and it makes noises. I was like, might as well put it in the cart. And we were towards the back of the store. I think like maybe the containers or like the sponges. And so we were there, and the manager, like she was loud as hell. We could hear it coming from the very front of the store, like the cashiers, all the way down. She was like, "Oh, like I'm going on my 10-minute break." And like there's a back door to go to like the worker employee area, which is like 2 aisles down from where we were. But she specifically went on the aisle we were, like went out of her way. Okay, so let's say we're on this aisle, and then there's an aisle here, and another one over here to go to the employees. So she was walking down this way, and then came this way to our aisle, just to walk past us, and then went back that way to the employee room. And when she passed, like she made such an ugly ass face, like looking at her cart, like side eyeing it, like that. And Adrian and I are really the ones to be quiet about things. We kind of like were like, ew, like that was weird. Like after she passed, so I'm glad I'm pretty sure she heard us. And do you want to go on from there?
And also too, like she was on the phone being loud, and like, or I don't know if she was on the actual phone or she was just faking to be on the phone to kind of like throw us off in a way.
Yeah.
But on the corner of our eyes, we could see her like with this like a phone in her hand, and her like side eyeing us the whole time. And on the corner of my eye too, you could just see her like even from the aisle, like the end of the aisle, she was looking at us too, and it was kind of like, well, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm just trying to do ASMR, and you're like, you're loud. And yeah. And point being, I think we just got very fed up. Because registers, and there was one line, multiple people in that line because the manager just wants to be walking around doing nothing. And I don't know. There's like this other room by like the balloons. I don't know what that is, but it's for workers as well. And she just kept going in and out of that as well. And basically, we were walking down to the registers, and here she comes out of nowhere. She was supposed to be taking her 10-minute break. She like walks right behind us, and we were like, okay. And we get in line, and then she kind of like gets right behind us or something like. And do you want to continue?
She kind of gets like behind us and then walks kind of in front of us in front of our cart, and she looks at me, and she's like, "Oh, are you taking that stuff in your backpack?" Mind you, I didn't know what she's talking about because I'm like, I never, for one, I never steal anything. I always buy everything I own. Number two, what do you mean I'm taking that stuff in my backpack? Obviously, it's my stuff. You know what I mean? So at first I was kind of like thrown off, and I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, you have the stuff in your backpack. Are you taking that too? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, there's that stuff from a dollar store. And I'm like, no. So I open my backpack, and I'm like opening it, and I'm kind of just like, you want to go through it? And Julio, he was like, we'll go through it then, because like, it's embarrassing. She had caught it. She hadn't caught anything, but she was looking at us from the aisle, whatever. Why can't she just question us there, whatever, and like be like, hey, can I see your backpack, whatever? But no, she waited until we get in the front where there's aisles of people to like embarrass us, kind of.
Yeah.
In front of all these people.
Got like expose.
Yeah. And it was like, you're being ugly for what? So I had to open my backpack, and she was just like this, kind of bending over, whatever, not even looking in it. And I was like, do you want us to look? Like, there's nothing in here that's from your store, or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, well, I apologize, whatever. And then she ran back to that one room that has like a mirror window on it.
Yeah, and then there was also this like older guy in front of us, maybe like 2-3 people in front, and like in his 60s, and he was basically going like, oh, like I've never seen this in my whole entire life, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, same. Not saying I'm 60, but like, you know, and so I feel like in the whole like thing, I feel like Adrian was more confused, more like startled, and I kind of was, I don't know the wording, more like confrontational, I guess, because it was like ugly, like why are you coming up to us, like assuming these things, like why would we go to the Dollar Tree and steal when we're paying for multiple things? Like, are you slow? Like, we have quite a bit of things, like 6-7 things. Why am I paying for things if I'm shoplifting? Why would I not take it all? That it doesn't make sense. And so yeah, like Adrian said, she was all like, "Oh, I apologize for that, sir," and walks off and hides in the little room. Like, that was embarrassing for you. Like, okay. And then Adrian, he was like, "No, well," I was like, "Oh, you know what? Like, I want to get the hell out of here. Like, but like leave the stuff, like whatever, it doesn't matter." And then Adrian wanted to stay and just pay for it. Like, I guess just different mentalities, I guess, of how to respond to the situation. But that's basically it of the story. She never came back out. And then the cashier seemed kind of embarrassed too. Like, she didn't like really talk with us. She was just like, "Oh, want a bag, blah blah blah," or maybe that's just how they are. They don't have any customer service. But yeah, she must love her job to be doing all of that at Dollar Tree. She's acting like this is some fancy diamond place. Anyways, assuming the shoplifting is crazy, but put her in her place, and I'm like, I honestly understand why she was that way, because like I would be upset too if maybe I shouldn't go that far. But yeah, that's basically it. But this unfortunate thing is that I always went there specifically to record. It's a huge Dollar Tree for organization ASMR, because other ones are quite small and like you can't really do organizing. So we'll have to see how that goes, or where I do that now. Or I'll just go whenever the manager's not there.
Yeah. Also, too, I was telling Julio that like some toiletries have policies where they do take my backpack and put it in the front. Like,
Yeah.
if that was the case, you guys take my backpack on my back. You guys should have been like, hey, can you put in the front, whatever. That would have been different. Out of respect to the rules, whatever, and put my backpack in the front. But to like ideas is crazy. Like, I've never been ID'd like for a shoplifter ever. Also, too, like I feel like in that time too, I wanted just to get my stuff, like buy the stuff and get out of there. I didn't want to just dash or whatever. Because realistically, I didn't want her to see that she got the best of me or anything like that. Cause I was like, I could feel like, I don't know how to explain it. Like my insides get like mad or whatever. Like I was gonna cuss her out or something. But I was like, you know what? No. I don't know what kind of day she's having. She's not gonna ruin my day. So I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Whatever. Let me go about my day. Let her go by her day and be embarrassed by herself. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the way I handled it in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we are shoplifters
Yep.
in her eyes at first. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very fun times. We wasted like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half of our lives trying to record videos and only got like a 9-minute video each. So love that for us. But yeah, if you're on my channel, go check out Adrian's channel. It's Illusion Art ASMR. He does a lot of different content. He also sells art pieces. His Etsy, I'll leave that down below. And it's from stuff that he buys. It's not anything stolen. So go support. And yeah.
Also, if you're on my channel, go check out Widow Biscuit ASMR. I'm pretty sure I have a second channel as well. Biscuit Bites ASMR, and I'll put that in my description down below. So go check them out and show them some love on both channels if you can. And yeah.
Well, I hope you all have a great day and you enjoy